just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
My name's Trey, and this is
Riley.
And you're watching your high school sports.
Welcome to this edition of Your High School Sports. I'm your host, Roddy Woods, along with the Chris's. Chris Blevins and Chris Reddick are here today. Guys, there is a huge game that we're going to talk about. It is one of the top games in the Southeast. It's Pisgah High School versus Tuscola High School out of Canton, North Carolina, out of Waynesville. We'll get to that. We got a lot of details about that game. Both coaches interview. David Crompton will be here to talk about it. But before we go any further, now, since it's the holidays, Halloween's just right around the corner, the question of the week is, now fans, I want you to think about this. You are what you eat. If you are Halloween candy, what would you be?
If I was a Halloween candy, what would I be? Well, first of all, I'm working on staying away from candy, so sweets is not in my repertoire as much anymore.
Okay.
So when I do choose a sweet, if it was a candy, well, you are what you eat, so I'd have to be the Hershey's dark chocolate.
I love it.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
But a great treat.
I love it. All right. Well, we move on from the dark chocolate to Mr. Blevins. What would you be?
Well, if you see me at your house trick-or-treating this year, make sure you're stocked up on this candy because I'll be looking for it. But if I had to eat a certain kind of candy and I wanted to be one, it would be a Reese cup.
What?
And at this time of the year, they actually have the pumpkin Reese cup.
Oh,
so that's what I use.
right.
I like that too. So make sure when you see me trick-or-treating, I'll be
Make
there
sure
with
you
a
got
Reese
the
cup.
pumpkin Reese cup.
I think he's talking to somebody out there. He's mentioned that. He's going to get that treat when he
I'll
gets
be at
home.
your door.
We at your door. All right, it's my turn. If I was a Halloween candy, I would be the little Hershey Kiss. You know, the little Kiss drop. Oh, delicious. You know, they make them in all different flavors too. You know?
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Really, you
What's
know,
your
holiday-
favorite?
It's just the regular old
Just the
little
traditional
chocolate.
chocolate.
The traditional chocolate, the silver wrapper. Boop, pull the tab. And here we go. All right. All right.
Now I'm hungry.
Make sure you go to Your High School Sports at charter.net and let us know, fans, what's your favorite chocolate candy? Oh, I said chocolate candy. Yeah. You know. Everything we up here was chocolate. Yes, we are. Let us know what your favorite candy is for Halloween. All right, guys, it's time for Around the Nation. And Chris Reddick is here to talk about it.
Round the Nation, well, I had an interesting story I was going to work on and hopefully have for you today, but wasn't able to make the times work. But I wanted to talk with one of the IMG assistant coaches, Mr. Donnie Abraham. Actually, the year I stopped playing ETSU, he came in the following year, and we know he went on to have a great career for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after he left the ETSU Buccaneers. He went from a buck to a buck. So anyway, hopefully we'll get a chance to set that up before the year's out. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about another interesting story. This is with the USA Today. It has to do with Najee Harris, running back out of Antioch, California. And what makes this great is he's the #1 recruit in the nation and like the top player in the nation. And it's interesting because I saw a big picture, him holding a jersey, and I was like, did this kid already pick a school? Are we there yet? But what had happened is he's holding up a jersey on where he's going to play his all-star football game. So, you know, yeah, so this thing, you know, with high school is really getting fun and interesting now because we're making big press moments where we're choosing not just our school, but we're choosing our all-star game that we're going to pick in. So the school he has chosen is the Army All-Star game.
Cool.
He picked that over the other popular one is the Under Armour. You guys are familiar with that. So he's going to be going to San Antonio in January. I believe it's January the 7th to continue his skills as he still decides on what school he's going to. Right now, I believe the word he's committed to Alabama,
Oh, wow.
I believe. But another little point about this kid. This kid is he's on the verge of breaking in the Bay Area in California the all-time leading rusher, and the person he would be passing up is a guy's last name was Best, who used to play for Oregon, I believe.
Okay.
He's a champion sprinter. So you know, his numbers very good. Over, I think it's 6,000 yards. He's got to get close to 6,379, I believe, to pass that up. So hopefully he'll have that broken here in the next game or two. So you know, good luck to him. And like I said, it's just interesting to find out what's going on across the nation.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
Now, Chris Blevins is here, and he's going to talk about across the region. Big game last Friday night, wasn't it?
It was a big game. We had McMinn County playing Oak Ridge last week in T. Higgins and Company, and I really think, just by watching some of the footage and seeing the game there, that it was really what we got to call maybe a reality check for Oak Ridge. McMinn County came to play. They were actually really had a good game plan going into it, and it might be the secret sauce out there for Oak Ridge, but you know, you can list some of these numbers. McMinn County actually had 63 plays and only 32 for Oak Ridge, which tells me they kind of keeping them off the field and making sure the big playmakers of the offense of Oak Ridge wasn't out there to beat them.
Exactly.
You know, the game was 28-24 final score, but McMinn County really controlled the line of scrimmage on the offense. They ran the ball for 278 yards, which really beat the clock down, which is what they did to keep away from Oak Ridge and T. Higgins. T. Higgins still played a great game, 143 yards, catching and possibly three touchdowns. But at the end of the day, McMinn County beat Oak Ridge, and that's a great in-conference win from McMinn County. We talked about that maybe not being the end of the season for Oak Ridge. They'll still get to the playoffs. But McMinn County, that's one of the bigger upsets and could be a possible blueprint of how to beat Oak Ridge going forward. If you can run the football and you can keep it away from the offense of Oak Ridge, you can win. You got a chance.
You got a chance. Keep the turnovers.
So that was kind of like the game I wanted to highlight around the region that I thought was a great way to kind of talk about no matter who you're playing, you can't sleep on anybody.
But you have something else about T?
Right, and then interesting fact about T, they're actually getting ready to possibly pick the National Offensive Player of the Year going into the last few games of the season here. But T. Higgins is one of those top 10 players to be a top 10 nation. But you know he's going to be a highly recruited player going to Clemson. So, you know, that's kind of right in his repertoire. Who knows what game he'll go to, Chris, right? So we'll have to keep in touch with that and find out what game he goes to.
This is a big deal now, deciding what All-Star game you go to. But, you know, that shows that you know, that these players, we have some great players now to where they have options now to play their All-Star game. So it's just amazing.
You know, hey,
amazing athletes.
And especially in our area, T. Higgins coming from, you know, from Oak Ridge right here. So, you know, guys, when we come back here on Your High School Sports,
we're going to talk to Bart first.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Bart. We got to go talk to Bart. So, what's going on up there in the Tri-Cities area, Mr. Bart Lyons?
All right, looks like another Friday night of big time football up here in Upper East Tennessee. The DB Indians lost a slugfest to the Bradley Central Bears, 41-33. And I know Cole Copeland, again, we've talked about him being one of the better quarterbacks in the state of Tennessee. Big night for him as well. When you look at Signal A, the Hampton Bulldogs, they took a bite out of the Raiders from Sullivan North, 50-29. Adam McClain, 337 yards rushing. And what a great job Mike Lunsford Jr. has done for that team. Got them looking real good. Elizabethan, the Cyclones, they blew past Claiborne County 63-6. Quarterback of the Everett Kids doing a real good job, and Sean Witten's got those guys in full throttle, no doubt. Elizabethan, hey, good team to watch now. I'm telling you, they'll finish strong. They'll make some noise in the playoffs. Next, we got Greenville. The Green Devils, man, they stuck a pitchfork in Sullivan South with a 70-0 win. So Greenville, hey, they're looking good. Coach Ballard's got a good thing going on down there. And I tell you what, a team that I'm real proud of, Happy Valley, ranked number 4th in the state, scored 60 points on North Green. Austin Hicks had 4 touchdowns. And I tell you what, the offensive line for Happy Valley is one of the best. Talking about big-time football as well, always got to mention my Hilltoppers. Great job by their offensive line, since we're talking about the guys up front. Kana Mackey, who had a career-high 14 carries, had 141 yards rushing, had 3 touchdowns. That's all career highs for him. He was buried down the depth chart. He's really worked his way up to the top. Toppers outrushed the Governors 317 to 83. So great job by the guys up front, rushing the football. And then as far as the passing game, Tate Overbay, Nakai Smith, T.J. Patton, all caught touchdown passes as well. So great job by the two-headed quarterback system, Jalen Adams and Jake Blankenship. Next up for the Hilltoppers, got to go down the road. Got to face the Elijah Dow-led Jeff County Patriots, coached by former University of Tennessee and national champion Spencer Riley. So I know Coach Riley will have those guys ready. I know Elijah Dow will be excited. He spent some time in Johnson City down there doing some good things down there for the Patriots. So ought to be a big ball game for us against the Patriots.
Thanks, Bart, for that. Bart just talks about what's going on, talks about Science Hill. They're right in the thick of things.
Science Hill, well, we're a little past the mid-season point, so each game is really crucial now to win. So hopefully they can turn things around and still have a good ending to get that home field advantage.
They need to. So stay right here on Your High School Sports with us, and when we come back, we're going to start talking about the big game up in Western Carolina. This is one of the top games in the Southeast this Friday night, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And, we've talked to the Pisgah coach and we've talked to the Tuscola coach. When we come back, you're going to hear what they've said. So make sure you stay right here on Your High School Sports. We're coming right back.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
Five Oaks Tires, carrying top name brands Michelin Tires and BF Goodwrench Tires. Visit 5oakstire.com. Located on 1425 Parkway, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, or call 5 Oaks Tires at 865-453-3469.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, 24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, 22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Cole. You're rocking with Your High School Sports.
Welcome back to this edition of Your High School Sports. I'm on the line now with head coach of Tuscola High School in Waynesville, North Carolina, Coach Tom Pursley, correct? Correct. Coach, we spoke earlier before this game about a month or two ago, and you were telling me that you came out of retirement to take this job at Tuscola. Tell us about that a little bit.
Well, I retired in 2012 after 35 years in teaching and coaching. 33 of that was as a head coach. And then I was retired for a month or two and tried to stay busy around the house, and I just wasn't real happy with it. I have something to do. I need something to do. I need something I'm working toward.
Right.
I need something I'm involved with. So I took a job at Brevard College as their defensive coordinator. But it was just an interim job for one season. Their coordinator left at the last minute. I knew their head coach. He knew I was retired. So I went and did that with them for one spring and one fall, but it was just an interim position. So after that fall, I was back in retirement again. I did that up until July. And my son, who was at Brevard College at the time, was taking another job at Clark Atlanta University. And he called and told me this job was open, and he knew I wasn't real happy being retired. So I thought I would take a look at it. I was coming up here to see him anyway to help him move. So I put my name in the hat, and they wanted to talk to me. And I probably wouldn't have even come up here if I wasn't coming already. But I was coming to visit him, so while I was coming up here, I said, what the heck? Won't hurt anything to go talk to him. So I talked to them, and they offered me the job. And I'm very glad that they did and that I took it. It's been a lot of fun. These people in this county are just super nice. They've done everything they can to help our football program, and me and my wife, Lisa. And they've been very supportive of the football team. They love football in this county. And every time we play, we're always playing in front of big crowds and a lot of support. So anyway, that's sort of how I came about getting the job. And my son is an assistant football coach at Carson Newman. And so where we live here in Waynesville, it's about an hour through the gorge to get over to see him and his wife and little girl. So we're close enough now to them, and we're in a good situation, so we're real happy with it.
All right. Well, Coach, you're 7-0 right now going into this big game Friday night against Pisgah. You know, I guess it's one of the biggest games in the Southeast. Talk about your football team a little bit for us.
Well, you know, this is my third year. The first year here, this group of seniors were sophomores, and I think before I took this job, they'd gone a number of years and hadn't paid a whole lot of attention to the JVs. But we coach all of our kids together, varsity JV, and we coach them exactly the same offense, same defense, same coaches, and we expect the same out of them. And the first year I was here, our JVs won the JV conference championship.
Okay.
So we had a good group of kids, and they started believing what we were trying to get them to do. And even in the weight room, we work hard trying to make our kids more explosive, faster, quicker. We work harder at those kind of things than we do building bulk and strength and power. We want to be quick. We want to be fast. And kids work good in the weight room, and we've made a lot of progress over the past 3 years. And my first year here, the varsity won 5 games. Last year, we won 7. And now this year, we've gotten a good start. We're 8-0, and our JV team's 6-0. So we got both of them in good shape, but we feel like our program's where we wanted it, where it needs to be. And so that's where we are right now. And
tell me about this big game this Friday night against Pisgah. That's a county rivalry, no bigger in the Southeast than this game Friday night.
Well, there's only 2 high schools in our county, and actually our schools are, I think they tell me, 6 miles apart. So we're in one county, but we're fairly close together as far as where the high schools are located. And the people, they're just very passionate around here about football. And so it's just been a rivalry that's existed for a long time. I'm not from here. I don't feel the same kind of passion. I'm trying to say it's just another game that we got to win. But it is a big deal because we'll play in front of probably, I don't know, last year I think they had about 12,000 people. This year they're expecting even more because not only are we 7-0, but Pisgah's 7-0. And I don't know the last time that happened that both teams were undefeated this late into the season. So it's a big deal around here. The people are very passionate. Sometimes it becomes a little tiring as a head coach. We're trying to keep our kids focused, and we'll get ready to play a game in August, and everybody will be saying, well, what about Pisgah? You know, that's 7 weeks away, but they'll be asking me about how we're going to do against Pisgah. And it's almost every time somebody congratulates us on a win, it's a congratulations, Coach, great Friday night. I think we're going to get Pisgah this year. I mean, it's just something they're very passionate about, and I understand it and appreciate it. even though, like I said, I'm not from here, I try to keep our kids at a good calm level because I feel like the challenge this coming Friday is going to be playing in front of a big crowd and we normally get really good attendance, but it won't be like this crowd. This crowd will be completely surrounding the field, hanging on the fences. There won't be any empty seats there. So it's a big deal for this community, and we want to go there and play well. And I think the challenge as a head coach, again, is just to get our kids to just keep their focus and just go out there and play like we've been playing and not get caught up in all the pageantry around the game, you know.
All right, well, Coach, we appreciate you taking a moment out of your time. I know this is a busy week, big-time game Friday night. We've been talking to Coach Tom Presley of Tuscola High School. We'll be right back here on Your High School Sports right after this.
The revolutionary safety of the Michelin Premier family of tires is now available for more cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. So whatever you drive, you can take on wet or slippery roads with confidence mile after mile. Double D Tire can help you take changing weather in stride and save. Double D Tire has been family owned and operated since 1981. Owners Tommy and Flint Carter specialize in tires, alignments, brakes, suspension repairing, and custom wheels. Double D Tire would like to thank all their customers and look forward to serving you in the future.
A milestone, 49 years in the automotive business. Phil Bachman and Myron Bernard have provided the automotive needs for people from Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, Western North Carolina with the vehicles that they desire. Choose from Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac right here at Bachman Bernard in Greenville. We're in the prettiest area. We give the lowest prices, the highest rebates, and the best interest rates. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac right here in Greenville, where as always, we're gonna save you money.
From the day your child is born through the completion of high school or college, Hamlin Pediatric and Hometown Pediatric will be there to provide all your child's healthcare needs at one of our 3 convenient locations, Morristown, Jefferson City, or Hometown Pediatric in Sevierville. Our physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and staff look forward to meeting you. Visit our website, www.hpapeds.com, for more information. Claybo's Campground and Cabins and Claybo's Market and Grill have been family owned and operated since 1978. Claybo's Campground is spacious with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Claybo's Market offers Exxon gas, a full grocery line, and camping supplies. Their delicious deli provides fantastic food and daily specials. Visit Claybo's Market and make reservations at Claybo's Campgrounds and Cabins located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Ford Focus SC, $5,000 off for $169 a month. Ford Fusion SC, $19,900 or just $239 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports. We've heard from the Tuscola coach. Now let's go see what's going on with the Pisgah head coach, Mr. Brett Chappell. Now on the line with us here on Your High School Sports is Brett Chappell. He is the head coach of the Pisgah. What's your, wait a minute, Coach, I'm going to start that over. What is your mascot?
Pisgah Black Bears.
Black Bears, okay. Okay, let's start over. I'll get this right. All right, go. Now on the line with us now from Pisgah High School, home of the Black Bears, is Coach Brett Chappell. He is a head coach of this 7-0 team going into this big game Friday night. Coach, talk about how big this game is.
you know, that not only is it a big game for our conference, you know, both of us are sitting here undefeated, you know, trying to keep a undefeated season alive and trying to go after a conference championship as well, but this is a big game for our county. Got 2 high schools here in Haywood County, something that's been going on for about 53 years now, and certainly it's a big deal. You know, the stadium will be packed. We're expecting anywhere between 12 to 15,000 people, so excited for that opportunity. It's a great thing for our communities, and looking forward to Friday night.
Tell our fans, who is Coach Chappell? Who are you, sir?
You know, I came from a small town back in Rosman, North Carolina. Graduated with about 52 people, so I came from a really small setting, and had the opportunity to go and play college football at Western Carolina University. After I finished there, I played a short stint with the San Diego Chargers. Coached for a year at Western Kentucky University with Jack Harbaugh. That's Coach Jim and John's dad. Spent a year with him. Came back and started working in the high schools here in North Carolina, and I've been here at Pisgah High School for the last 4 seasons.
Let me ask you, is there any bigger game, you know, is it ever been a 7-0, both schools 7-0 going into this game?
The last time that we've had teams that were undefeated playing was about 2008, but they played on the 3rd game of the season.
Okay.
This is the first time that it's been this deep in the year, and both teams have been undefeated. Certainly, you know, an exciting time for us. Our JV programs are both undefeated as well, so those guys will play on Thursday night, and, you know, we'll get after it on Friday night. So certainly going to be a great week of football here in Haywood County.
What is the strength of your football team, Coach?
You know, the biggest thing for us, I think you have to start with our defense. We're averaging giving up about 6 points a game right now. Certainly has been the backbone of what we've built our program around. And offensively, got some young kids that are playing, got a sophomore quarterback that's done really well for us. But we do a pretty good job of spreading the ball around. We don't have one particular player that's, you know, leading our conference in stats, but we got a lot of guys that are contributing. We're averaging about 34 points a game, I think it is right now. So putting some good numbers on the board, and starting to play some good defense as well.
What's your formation on offense? What system do you run?
We'll be in a spread system and a shotgun.
Okay. What about defense?
Defensively, we'll be in a shade 50.
Okay. What is one key that you can count on Friday night to beat Tuscola?
You know, the big thing for us, and I'm going to give you 2 of them. I'm going to give you one on the offensive side first. You know, we've got to be able to have some big plays in there. Our offense is kind of built on a big play system. And just the opposite on the defensive side, we've got to be able to limit them from having a big play. I'm sure they're the same way with us. They want to make us drive the ball, and certainly we want them to do the same thing as well. They're a very explosive offense. I think they're averaging a little over 50 points a game. Defensively, I think they're giving up somewhere between 16 to 17 points a game. So it's just going to be a great atmosphere with some really good football on Friday night.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you taking a moment out of this busy week to talk to your high school sports. We've been speaking with Brett Chappell. He's the head coach of the Pisgah Black Bears right there in Canton, North Carolina. Coach, we appreciate it.
Outstanding, guys. Hope to hear from you again.
All right, you will.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
5 Oaks Tires, carrying top name brands Michelin Tires and BF Goodwrench Tires. Visit 5oakstire.com. Located on 1425 Parkway, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, or call 5 Oaks Tires at 865-453-3469.
From the day your child is born through the completion of high school or college, Hamlin Pediatric and Hometown Pediatric will be there to provide all your child's healthcare needs at one of our 3 convenient locations: Morristown, Jefferson City, or Hometown Pediatric in Sevierville. Our physicians, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, and staff look forward to meeting you. Visit our website, www.hpapeds.com, for more information. Claybo's Campground and Cabins and Claybo's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Claybo's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Claybo's Market offers Exxon gas, a full grocery line, and camping supplies. Their delicious deli provides fantastic food and daily specials. Visit Claybo's Market and make reservations at Claybo's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
This is the clay, expertly crafted, that became the dishes on our tables. This is the grain, traditionally stone ground, that became the fresh-baked bread we serve every day. And this is the home, famously designed, that became the most unique setting for casual dining in Pigeon Forge. From our custom dishware to our delicious food, you can see the ingredients that make the Pottery House Cafe special. The Pottery House Cafe and Grill. Come experience our quality and our heritage.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, $24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, $22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.
Welcome back to this edition of Your High School Sports, special edition of this week's show. We are featuring Pisgah High School and Tuscola High School, 2 of the best 2 teams out of Western Carolina. And on the line with us now is our old correspondent, Mr. David Crompton. And we've got a guest with us, the sports editor of the Mountaineer right there in Waynesville, Mr. Chuck. Let me make sure. Say it for me, Chuck. Fiebernet. I want to make sure. Chuck Fiebernet. Chuck is a sports editor of the local newspaper. And, guys, we've talked to both coaches. We've talked to the Pisgah coach and we've talked to the Tuscola coach. But I want a little bit of difference from you guys. I want to know exactly from the fans and the newspaper and from you, David. You had a player. You had Jonathan play in this game. Let's talk a little bit about those guys.
Well, I'll tell you. First of all, it's Monday, and you can feel it in the air, and it's just Monday. This is a special time. Both teams are 7-0, and just to kind of get that out there quick, they're 2 of the top 5 teams in the state of North Carolina at this point. So this is fixing to get real, like we've talked about for the last 4 or 5 weeks. But it's unlike anything that you've ever seen, Rod. From my perspective, as we talked about on the phone this morning, you were talking about Jonathan. How blessed he was to be able to do and continue to do the things that he's done. In playing in Knoxville and going to all the SEC stadiums, playing Monday night in the Rose Bowl, and playing in the NFL and the CFL and all that. But as he has said, and I've heard him tell people, that the 2 times in his life that the hair stood up on the back of his neck was when he walked out on the field to warm up the 2 years that he played against Pisgah, one at home and one on the road. I say these things, and sometimes people think I'm exaggerating. It's unlike anything you've ever seen on a high school level. It is like an SEC atmosphere at a high school football game. And this year, they're 8-0. They're playing for something that's on top of the normal game. Mm-hmm. And it is, you guys are going to be in for a treat. Chuck, it is that special.
Chuck, talking to you as sports editor, I know you've been covering this game for quite some time. Tell us how important this game is for the conference and for both schools.
Well, you begin with the between the two schools. What's more important is that the bragging rights. Who wins the game today? Or who wins the game for this year? That being in the same conference, these two teams have they're both undefeated. They're both ranked. This is the game of the century. This is the first time this late in the season that both have been undefeated. The fact is that this game carries all playoff implications, seeding implications on top of the intense rivalry that it is. It has evolved. Myself being born and raised in Flint, Michigan, I don't have a stake in this. I don't have a child that played in it. But my first game that I covered as a new sports editor at the Mountaineer newspaper was in 2004, and this tall, lanky quarterback, strong-arm quarterback for Tuscola was Jonathan Crompton.
Okay.
And, the stadiums are identical. They seat 7,400 people. Ticket sales for the game are anywhere from 9,500 to 11,500 every year.
Whoa.
But the thing is, those are actual ticket sales, and you have to wait till about midweek to see coach, or if you talk to the AD, what was the ticket sale? That's not including the reserve seating. So my first take is that they spend all year bantering back and forth. You go into Pisgah territory, both schools have a base color black. One black and red, one black and yellow. You don't go wear yellow into Pisgah territory, they're black and red. I walked one time with my Michigan gear, made them poop into Pisgah territory, and two old-timers came to me and asked me, so what are you doing with that yellow? And I said, this is Michigan. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's Tuscola yellow. We got the wrong colors on. I thought it was in Bloods and Crips in Compton, California. Hey, what he's telling you guys, everybody here, they work together every day. They play together. They work in the factories together. They work in the stores together. And this is not just, this is an everyday thing. You're either Pisgah or you're Tuscola, and there ain't no in between.
Well, I was in Waynesville on Sunday, and I got a taste of it. We walked down the street, Main Street of Waynesville, and I was talking to some people, and they started talking about the game, and it was like the salespeople in the Mass General store was talking about it, and I'm like, I got to get involved in this conversation because they're talking about the game, our game of the week. And it was like the same thing you guys talking about. One lady said she went to Tuscola High School, but all her kids go to Pisgah. So, she's the only one that wears yellow in her house. So I can imagine what this game is going to be about. But guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to ask you guys for predictions, okay? I know you don't want to because you're the newspaper, but I'd like to know who you guys think has a better chance to win Friday night.
Well, from my perspective, and it's not a homer thing because I love them both and everybody comes and does business with me here. But I don't think that because of the offense that Tuscola runs, I just don't think you're going to be able to contain them. And I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, but I think Tuscola is going to outscore Pisgah. And I think it's going to be a great football game.
What about you, Chuck?
Well, I agree with David that Tuscola has a superior offense, but the Black Bears, Pisgah Black Bears, have probably one of the best defenses I've seen in high school football. And they'll hit you, they'll rattle back molars. But David could be correct. That could play out as a scenario that they'll have difficulty stopping the flex bone triple option, and they run it as good as Navy, who, by the way, took that flex bone triple option and just went through, pooped through a goose against Houston this past
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
But the fact is that I don't know. I honestly, for probably maybe the first time, I take a unique approach is that I think when I come in the game, I think I know who's going to win the game, and usually the better team does. But this is the first time since I've been here since 2004. I'm walking into the stadium. I have not a clue what can transpire. It could be a blowout by Tuscola. It could be a dominating game by Pisgah. It could be a close encounter, and somebody making a mistake at the end, or makes a big play at the end, and that decides the game. And you just don't know. And let me add this one thing before we go, is that we have a person from a Pisgah graduate in '83 living in Hawaii that's flying in for the game and has done that for the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
We have a Tuscola graduate that is living in Napa Valley, California, is flying in for the game and has done that for the last couple of years. We have people that have already confirmed their reservations with ticket sales from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Cincinnati, Ohio, Atlanta, Georgia. They come in to this county that has about 52,000 people in this county, 2 schools that are 1,000, maybe 1,025 per school in student body. And you have anywhere from 10 to 12,000, and could have more, because this is the first time they're undefeated going into this game this late day. Everything's riding on it. The outcome, everything will be affected. I don't know. I don't. So a long-winded approach is that I really don't know who's going to win, but it's worth a ticket, and it's worth to be there to watch it. It's worth the price of admission.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. David, we appreciate you, everything you do each and every week right here on Your High School Sports, and we appreciate you, Chuck, joining in this week, and we'll be talking to you guys real soon.
Go Vols!
All right, go Vols! We'll be right back here on Your High School Sports right after these messages.
It's the day, it's finally arrived, it's your wedding day. It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day.
Ah, your wedding day, that one special day in your life you'll never forget. So let Venture Productions capture all those special moments at your wedding for you to treasure a lifetime. Our approach to videography is one of creativity and excellence. Call Venture Productions for your video services.
It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day.
Claybo's Campground and Cabins and Claybo's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Claybo's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Claybo's Market offers Exxon gas, a full grocery line, and camping supplies. Their delicious deli provides fantastic food and daily specials. Visit Claybo's Market and make reservations at Claybo's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff, always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Volunteer Chevrolet is your friendly hometown dealership, proudly serving the region for over 20 years. At Volunteer Chevrolet, you'll get great offers on select new vehicles, from Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs. So come see the new look at Volunteer Chevrolet and take advantage of their great deals. Volunteer Chevrolet is still easy to find on 400 Winfield Dunn Parkway, Sevierville. Volunteer Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of YourHighSchoolSports.com, Sevier County.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports. I'm your host, Roddy Woods, and we are powered by Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda of Greenville, home of the lifetime warranty. The Chris's are here, Chris Reddick and Chris Blevins, and it is time for our top 10 You know Oak Ridge fell, don't you? You know,
they have to fall.
They have to fall, you know. Let me get it here. All right, here we go. Top 10 is Alcoa. No.
Oh, okay. Alcoa jumped up to number 1.
Trying to fool y'all. No, here we go. Being serious. Maryville number 1, Catholic's number 2, Alcoa number 3, Bradley Central jumps in at number 4, Greenville number 5, Oak Ridge fell from 3 to 6. Elizabethton remains number 7, Farragut number 8, Austin East still in the poll at number 9, and Hardin Valley rounds out the top 10. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I think, I know Chris won't say this, but I think Elizabethton is irking their way up to maybe possibly getting the top 5. I mean, Greenville's right there, Elizabethton's right there. I think Oak Ridge with that loss, but we'll see how they do the rest of the season.
Yeah, unfortunately, Elizabeth is in a situation. They have the one loss, should have been a 1. They let Science Hill take him in overtime. We don't want to talk about that. But what's hurting Elizabeth right now from rising is they just don't really play any tough teams in the remaining season. So we won't really see them as the truth until probably the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, guys. All right. It's time for our top quick pick plays games of the week. Our quick pick games of the week. All right. Let's start out with Alcoa versus Kingston.
Alcoa's too tough for Kingston this week as you get into the season. They're looking for the playoffs.
Alcoa.
Austin East at Rockwood.
And Austin East, Rockwood better watch out. They put 70 points on somebody last week to nothing. So Rockwood, get ready for some offense.
All right.
Austin East just real strong right now. I'm sticking with them. They're on the roll.
Catholic at Carter.
Catholic.
Fulton versus Knox West. We talked about that a little bit. Knox West is kind of one of those teams you don't know what they're going to do.
Unfortunately, with West, like I said, I just don't know what's happening with this season. And even you can even, I guess, say that with Fulton. They've had a few drops in the season. So this can be a nice redemption game for either one of the teams. You know what? But I saw Fulton play, and if they have their players healthy, I'm going to go Fulton.
Fulton.
All right. GP at Happy Valley up in your neck of the woods.
Whoa, this is going to be a good one because GP, not the best of seasons that they expected. You know, they dropped down, so you thought they would probably just cakewalk through this, but unfortunately they ran into a tough Hampton team and now a Happy Valley team that's just as tough because Happy Valley beat Hampton. If they're playing at Happy Valley, is that where they're playing?
That's where they're playing.
I'm going to have to give the edge to Happy Valley, just too tough.
And I think it's a coin flip as well, and I was going to go Happy Valley, but just because Chris saying that, I'm going GP.
All righty now. All right. Science Hill at Jefferson County.
Gosh, I just think that Jeff County is a good football team. I mean, they've been in a lot of close games. I think Science Hill, again, is in the heart of their season, and I think they've got a lot of good players, and I think Science Hill pulls this one off.
Science Hill needs this win. Let's put it that way. They need this win. If they want any or have any plans of trying to go 1 or 2 in the playoffs, they got to get this win because they're now fighting to get a good standing to get that home field playoff. And I think that's real crucial. So I'm going to give it to Science Hill just because they need it.
Don't sleep on Jeff County.
I'm not going to sleep on it. I'm just trying. I'm giving a little favor, trying to root for Coach Carter.
All right. David Crockett at Morristown East.
I think Morristown East is, like we kind of talked about before we got on camera, Morristown East is really looking to kind of signify a big win there. I mean, I know that's not the biggest of wins, but David Crockett's a good football team, and that would be really good for East. So I'm going with East.
Do not sleep on Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett said, hey, last year we got you, East.
40-29.
We can do it again. Let's not sleep on Crockett. Just like he played the game on me, I'm going to play it on him. We're going to see what Crockett's going to do. Crockett.
All right.
Back me up, East.
Dobbins Bennett at Bearden.
Dobbins Bennett's coming off kind of a heartbreaker to Bradley Central this past week. They played Bradley Central really tough, and I just think based on that and seeing what they had, I think they come out this week and get a big win. I think going Dobbins Bennett.
I'm going to root for the Tri-Cities there. I'm going to give it to Dobbins Bennett. This is a team that they're starting to surprise some teams. They're playing some tough football.
Right.
All right, our spotlight game of the week is, speaking of Bradley Central, Bradley Central will be coming to Knoxville to take on Hardin Valley.
Man, what a game. That's out. Now, that would be exciting, too, if we can go somewhere else.
That's what it's our spotlight game of the week.
Whoa. The truth's going to come out this week with Hardin Valley. We talked about them the last couple of years saying Hardin Valley has been right there on the edge. They get this win, there's no telling what Hardin Valley could do. But with that being said, Bradley Central's just tough. Copeland at quarterback, oh man, but we got Dykes. I got 2 former players, their sons played. You know what, Scotty Dykes, baby, I'm going with you. Let's get this win. Hardin Valley, upset, but I got to call it upset.
All right. And not to go, I was going Bradley Central anyways, but I'll tell you what, that quarterback at Bradley Central, we've talked about every show, will come to play Friday night, and he will make sure that Bradley Central takes home the W. So, Chris, we'll see what happens this next week. So,
all right, it's time for the Ball Corporation Game of the Week, and we've talked about it. We've talked to both coaches. We've heard from David Crompton and Chuck. He is the sports editor at the Mountaineer newspaper right there in Waynesville. Chuck would not pick. David picked Tuscola. All right, guys.
I guess we're going to have to pick.
It is Tuscola versus Pisgah. 12,000 strong.
They're playing at Pisgah, right?
Playing at Pisgah. Now, for you fans, that is in Canton, North Carolina.
All right. First of all, these 2 teams do not like each other at all. No. It doesn't matter if they're both 7-0. It wouldn't matter if they were 1-7 against, or 1-6 against 7-0. It's still going to be a battle, and it's still going to be a toss-up game. With that being said, they are 7-0. The advantage as far as where they're playing goes to Pisgah, but the advantage as far as putting a lot of points on the board with a powerful offense goes to Tuscola. But let's not sleep on Pisgah. We heard the coach mention they averaging 34 points a game.
And giving up 6.
And they only give up 6. Scary. So with that being said, I'm on TV and I'm going to Pisgah. I better say Pisgah.
Okay. All right. You said enough. Good boy. Let's move on.
Well, I really think that a game like this is similar to the East-West game that we talked about last week. It's a big rivalry game. Doesn't matter what your record is, like Chris was saying. I really think that home field advantage for Pisgah is probably a big deal. I know David talked about that. So I'm going to go with what history says, and I'm going with David. And David says Pisgah's going to win, so I'm going.
He didn't say Pisgah. Well. He's going with his son's team.
He's going with his son's team.
Oh, gosh.
You want to go with Pisgah? Go ahead.
I'll still stay with Pisgah.
Wow, we got 2 Pisgah.
I'm not picking.
I'd stay with Pisgah just because of the simple fact that I think they are going to be ready to play and also being at home. That's what I'm going with.
All right. Well, you've heard it here on Your High School Sports, but I ain't gonna
sorry, David. I thought
you know, he invited us to come up and eat barbecue at his house. I didn't pick David.
I got a reason to pick why I picked.
But listen, okay, a serious thing. Quick note, guys. We are about to kick off something for Crescent Center Drugs over in Morristown. We're going to be doing Coach for the Needy. That is going to happen starting October 17th, which is next Monday, running through November 21st. That's Thanksgiving week that we're going to be able to give those away. What we ask you to do, we want coats for the needy. There's a lot of homeless people around this area that don't have coats, and it's going to be a cold winter, so we would like for you to drop off kids' coats, adult coats, women's, men's, it doesn't really matter, just a coat. We want you to go into Crescent Center Drugs. They'll have a drop-off. Drop off the coats. We want to get 100 coats to give away November 21st, and we'll be telling you about what time we're going to give it away and where we're going to give it away from. But it's a great thing. This is good.
This is more than a great thing because I want to show you how spoiled a lot of people are here in America. When was the last time you said, I need a coat? I'm not talking about just needing a coat for fashion purposes, or I just need to upgrade mine because my coat is old. I'm talking about I need a coat. When's the last time you had to say that? Well, unfortunately, there are people who need a coat. So, like I said, this is a great thing. Coats for kids, especially for kids. I mean, who wants to see a kid without a coat? So, yeah, do the right thing. If you got old coat in your closet, that's still good. We don't want to give coats with holes or anything, you know. Give a good coat away, or if you have the money, go ahead and purchase a new coat and give a kid a coat.
Right. Take it by Crescent Center Drugs right there on North Fairmont, right there in Morristown. Drop it off there. Have a box or a barrel in there starting Monday, October 17th. And then the crew here, we're going to go when we decide where we're going to give them away at. We're going to be there. You can be on TV. Join us there because we're going to do this. It's a great cause, people.
Yeah.
It's called Coats for the Needy, sponsored by Crescent Center Drugs of Morristown, along with your high school sports.
Great.
Any comments?
I just can't wait to do that. I think it's going to be a great cause, and I know that a lot of kids out there, just like Chris was talking about, definitely not only deserve a coat, but it's something they really do need.
Yes.
And it gets cold around here. So I definitely think that we should do that, and it'll be a great cause, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
All right, guys. For your high school sports, I'm Roddy Woods, along with Chris Blevins and Chris Reddick, and we'll see you next time right here on Your High School Sports.
Hi guys, my name's Terry. I'm a shift leader here at Good Old Days. Thank you for watching Your High School Sports.
You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
15 Ford Edge, 24.9 or just $299 a month. 16 Ford F-150, 22.9 or just $289 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville. From the Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda Deal Desk, I'm Lenny Lawson.
And I'm Abby Lawson with more great reasons you've just got to get to Gateway.
16 Ford Focus SC, $5,000 off for $169 a month. Ford Fusion SC, $19.9 or just $239 a month. Only at Gateway in Greenville.